Now, before we get into this video, there is something we do have to address. And it is, of course, the sad passing of the icon of football, Pele. Of course, considered by many the greatest of all time, including myself. Him and Messi, for me, will just never be matched, and we remember him on this day, which should be the finale. An exciting one. I'm still going to try and make it, but of course, a very, very sad day for football. Yes, people, welcome back to episode number 5 of season number 11 of this Grimsby Town to Glory. Don't think we can call it that in real life anymore. If you saw the result last night, I was... terrible game, which saw us losing at home to Salford 4-1. But today we're third in the Premier League. Let's get back to this simulation, shall we? We are chasing Chelsea by 6 points, but they do have a game in hand as we reach our 7 last games of the season. Still in the Champions League places. We have a 7-point gap over Liverpool. Can, of course, go to 4 with their game in hand, but I'm hoping to play Chelsea in one of those. As the calendar, Forest, Fulham, Brentford, and then we have Bournemouth, Wolves, West Brom, and Crystal Palace. Now, no offense to any of these teams, love them all, but I cannot see any reason why we don't get all 7 wins. I kind of do, fatigue and injury, but we won't count that. We just should be getting Champions League football, as Nottingham Forest, who we play first, are the highest team out of the teams that we do play. Crystal Palace and West Brom are high up there. Rest of them all in the bottom 15. So we will have to be at our very best for these. Of course, Brahim, Ponce and Zenta still out injured, so Hanko's still on the left, as it is the usual suspects in the team. Gura coming into form. Aguilar is back in the squad now, supporting Tommy Bloxham, seeing if he can get the goals. And no Richarlison, but Jonathan David partnered with Hartley and Ryan Giles just behind. 2 of our ex-players. Both came through our academy and they're in 8th position, so it shows the working for them. Good luck to them lads, as here is Tom Bloxham. Pass straight into Gera, who has to cut back. Bamba around the corner into Aguilar. Has some pace back in the team. Close chance as Tommy Bloxham with a chip over the top into Bernie Deli. Now into Bloxham. Now into Paulo Bernardo. That's a good ball onto Aguilar again, and he's not missing that one. Back from injury. And back with a bang. Julian Aguilar. I mean, he's never really been the scorer, but now he's playing in left forward. Tell you what, coming from an ex-right wing back, that's pretty good finishing as Hanko, the left back, whipping one in towards Bernardo. Hartley on a run right here, trying to get past Ferrari, and he might have just done that, you know. Goes for the chip on Wilk, and Hartley has actually scored. He'll get the ball. It won't celebrate. I admire that. Of course, I'm fuming that we've just conceded a chip after Wilk's done so well, but I admire the non-celebration. Thought we could have done something there as Giles round the corner into Borgjan. That's a ball forward onto Jonathan David. Chance for Forest. It was even Ryan Giles as Paulo Bernardo got to look over the top. What's that? If we play like we did in that first half in the second, I tell you what, we won't be having Champions League football. An absolute stinker of a first half, but we've got to keep on going. Guerra, that's into, Aguilar for another. Thought he could have done better, but it's onto Bernardo now. Onto Guerra. Now over the top. This is into Bernie Deli, whipping a decent ball into the box. This is better. A lot better as Willems getting a bit of a run on us right here. This is Jetro Willems as well. Back into Ryan Giles. Now onto Tangolo. Now onto Hartley. Squeeze through to Aulau Mahand. And we have conceded that big goal. You knew there was another goal in this game, and it's come to Forest. Losing at the City Ground is not what we wanted, but we are doing so. To say I thought we'd get all the points. Jetro Willems going off for them. Ferrari, that's a terrible ball. We just look scuffed all over the park, because that's a brilliant ball through the middle, though. We've got to use his pace. 98 pace and can't get on that. And a run on here for Guerra. He's got the ball, and he's got more pace than Aguilar, it seems. Number 22. Cuts inside of one man. Now he's got a bit of support from Bamba. How's he not pulling it across? End-to-end football now. We're trying to open up a little bit as Bernardo. What a ball through onto Zaki Alkani. Here he is. Likes a goal late on, does Alkani. It doesn't go to him. Guerra instead. What a save. Get the press on them, because it seems like we are going to lose to Forest here. What a disappointing game this has been. I think it's a 6th defeat of the season. Let's make sure it's no more, as it isn't. But still, 0 points. I said it'd be a tight one, but luckily enough, or unluckily, Chelsea actually beat Liverpool, so it keeps us in the top 4, of course, with that big gap, but then again, we can't chase Chelsea as much, because they've got 3 points over us. As Gonzalo Guerra out for 5 days, it's just a bruised shoulder, and Felix Lamanachal was left angry that he didn't play. I'm surprised Conway wasn't. He was on decent form going into that. Make Sam Steinen jump onto the bench now. Speaking of, I don't want him running down his contract, so we're going to delegate it again, and they add 2 higher wages. We're going to start at 23, We're going to offer 60 as the most, considered an insult. He's not doing himself any favours. As Fulham next, of course, Leicester still behind us by 4 and Liverpool all the way behind us by 4 if they win their game in hand. We've only rotated one, which is Tommy Conway coming into the team. We're going to try and beat the Cottagers in a quick sim, hoping that it's better than the FA Cup game against them. It is. Still, we concede 2 goals, but we win. Bernardo with a brace and Ferrari to win us the game. What a sports car. And further good news coming out of that, Lucas Ponce is back in training, so we should have him in 2 weeks. After I thought his season were over, it actually isn't, as Liverpool falling off. It's now Spurs chasing us, but they're 9 points behind, and it could only be 7 if they do get the win, or 6. Maths proving not to be the strongest of points. Brentford are bottom of this league. That's my way of hinting that we should be beating these in a quick sim. Probably the last quick sim of this season. Same team that just won the game, as it's a 2-2 draw. Clawing a bit back. Of course, it's bottom of the league. We never beat them. Still, we're miles into our position that we want to be in, so I'm hoping nothing terrible happens. Bournemouth just above these, as we've actually got Zenta back as well, which is good news, because we can then make these kind of swaps. Ferrari, they're both left-footed. That's actually difficult. Hanko and Ferrari both left-footed, but Ballard, I do want to drop out. He's not playing too well. I'm going to take Aguilar out for Tommy Conway, despite his goal in the first game, because I do trust Tommy more. Because I only know that the right thing to do is getting points against Bournemouth, because now Leicester are above us, but we have this game in hand. The simulation package, which I'm hoping that can be nice to us. And Muzu, though, this isn't amusing. Ball over Ruben Neves, forced to save out of Wilk. Almost a big error, as Barco's going to try and outpace us there. No, thank you. Finally, a chance for ourselves. It looks like we threw in the clear. It's Zaki Elkani. He should be scoring this all day long. He's got Tom Bloxham at the side of him. Pass right there. Tommy's never missing that one. And a free kick to go with it. We've got Ruben Neves stepping up to take this one. I actually haven't scored a free kick, I don't think, in this save yet. I might be wrong. Not bad. Of course, not good as Zaki Elkani stepping on this ball here into Tom Bloxham. That's a return pass into Bernardo. Save. Very nicely done from Meslier, as here's Bernie Dele onto Tom Bloxham. Zaki Elkani is just going to get this ball. He's going to turn. He's going to go for it. What a save. But we do get the 1-0 win. A lot of chances at the end for us. Not at the start. We conceded a couple, but we do win the game with a clean sheet. 5 points into them now, and of course, we have 3 games left. If we do win the next one, that could be it done. It all depends on when Liverpool play this game in hand, but Leicester are now 4th. We've jumped above them again, which is beautiful. Or not, but it is 4 points the gap, so we still need to win this one and the next. I see a win here, though, more crucial than ever. We need to be getting the points. Gura back on the bench. I forgot I dropped him completely, but when Lucas Ponce is there, you forget about everyone else. Seeing if we can get the points here. And I've just seen a good Wolves team. We've had his rivalries against them in the past, of course, fighting against them for relegation. That is, of course, when we suffered and went down as Bernardo. Ball straight onto Luca Ponce. Here he is. Get running, mate. You've got pace as well as skill, which he needs to use, but doesn't. I wanted to cut inside, but it wasn't offered, as Eze now onto Combio. Save. Tom Bloxham running down the line. He's got 90 pace for a big man, and he's still going. Tommy Conway trying to arrive. We're going to whip in another ball. I mean, it's another cross. I want to try and cut them out a bit. Falls to Ponce. Good direct shot. No one truly there, as it's into Tom Bloxham. That's a ball onto Tommy Conway. Slide tackle came in. Deflection. We're getting closer. Ruben Neves. That's all the way to Ferrari. No one running onto it. The amount of corners we've took is sensational. Luca Ponce. It's another good one. It's in the back of the net. That's comical. That's worse than Coble for Tottenham. The fact Ponce can even try and claim that one. It is horrible defending. How do 2 players get in that much of a pickle? I mean, it is the defender's fault mostly. CK has to take the blame for me, as here's Ponce. He's got a bit of an option. He's going to go from range. What a save. Ruben Neves is here against his former club. I mean, it's a difficult one to take on this, and I'm just going to try it. Get enough power on it, if that is enough. Over the wall, off the post. So close as Bloxham, trying to get another before half-time, and there it is. Tom Bloxham, the gift that keeps on giving. What a strike it is, by the way. Just outside of the box. Took his time, picked his angle, picked his spot. Bang. Let's have some more in this second half, shall we? It's been so much better than Forest. Let's have more in this second half. Zenta onto Ruben Neves. Been brilliant against his former club, you know. Now into Tom Bloxham. Oh, tried to get it round the corner. Bit quieter this second half, though, apart from Tom. When he's through, powers it down the middle to solve the riddle. One-sided contest, easy goal. Tom Bloxham, 3-0. And a ball through here for Wolves. They're looking to get one back, and they have done through both. Disappointing one to concede, but it shouldn't make a difference. Disappointed to concede his first goal of the season, but we keep on going. Ponce around the corner. Lamarichal steadies himself to make it 4. He's just come onto the field and is joining in the fun. 2 minutes of stoppage time and Tommy blocks him. He's on a hat-trick, of course, whipping it towards him, trying to get his header, but he just can't do it. He'll be frustrated that he didn't, but still, 4-1. The only negative, it gives me flashbacks to last night with the Salford game, but of course, that shows a Champions League side. And before we go into the next one, it is confirmed that we will be playing European football. I never really considered Europa League or Conference. That's how focused I've been and optimistic this season about the Champions League. Already in the Europa. Still, I don't want to be in that, if that makes any sense. I'll be doing the highlights against the Baggies to try and confirm Champions League football. Could play this one, but I've got plans for later on this episode. Come on, we win this one, starting off with a counter-attack against the Baggies. Ruben Neves to run against his rivals, or ex-rivals, into Ponce. Tom blocks him, is waiting in the middle, but Ponce is going to cut inside himself and get tackled. Quite poor from him, but he should be taking this chance. He's through on goal. They're gifting us it. Lucas Ponce, he slows himself down, and he puts it in the bottom corner. That is 1 against the Baggies and 1 foot into the Champions League. I love that. It's straight into Bamba as well to try and get us away in this one. It's Bloxham. There's a ball down the wing right here into Tommy Conway to whip one across. That's into Ponce again. What a save. And Ruben Neves with the ball here into Ponce. Ponce to pass that down the line into Lamarichal trying to return. There's a ball into Gregory, their striker. 64 minutes gone. We don't want to concede. It's Adams. It's over the bar. Still, we do have this highlight going because we received the ball on the edge. Paulo Bernardo, that's a lost ball, but that's a one cause. We've done what we wanted to do. Champions League football comes to New Blundell Park as the Mariners are in the big league. Signed, sealed and delivered. We're actually second in the Prem. Now we've got to try and finish as high as we possibly can because Liverpool cannot catch us. We're getting Champions League football. As after that, a youth player just moaning to me, I don't care, we just got Champions League football. Just go into the first team. Get training with the lads. You can learn from them. This group of players is special. Should be a fantastic ending. This is Crystal Palace is up next. Of course, we've got Smith coming into the team. A couple of changes. Gera and Muller, the ex-Palace keeper. Hoping that we do win against these. I'm going to quick sim it just for the lols. We're against a good Palace team here, of course. They tried to steal Alcani to join their ranks. Player that actually is out the matchday squad for us today, but still, we can do alright without him. And a corner for us. Ruben Neves. That's enough power on that one, surely. Ponce was waiting. It'll fall here into Geiru. Likes it from corners. Hits his man in the face. Another gilt edge opportunity as Tommy Conway has a gap through the middle here. Come on. Let's seal it. We want to finish second. That's a brilliant finish from Tommy. Love that as Ruben Neves down this line into Ponce. Ponce to just take it on himself. He's going to try and shrug his man off. He does it very well. Tries to get a shot. Doesn't. And it leads to a Palace penalty. Could have killed the game off earlier. Andrade against Muller, the ex-goalkeeper. I think he's going to go left, actually. Nope, goes right. That could be game done and dusted. And is. We draw with Palace. I mean, we made some rotations. We're still in the top 4. Might not finish second, but I'll take it. It's been a brilliant season. We finished 4th. It's not the worst thing to happen to us. We were never in a title race, really, to begin with. Beat Chelsea and got us hopes up, but we finished 4 points above Liverpool. Loads of points above Spurs, Man United, and Arsenal down in 14. It's like we've just swapped places with them as Bournemouth, Brentford, and Wolves all relegated. Wolves go down again as it is a London derby in the final and Tottenham win it 3-2. That was the FA Cup as Carabao. West Ham actually do get a trophy. Champions League yet to be played, but Valencia in the final. Shock to me, Stadio Reims and Roma in the Europa. Never checked this stuff as it's Celtic and Sociedad in the conference. There's some interesting games as top scorer in the league is Victor Osimhen. The only player we've got there is the 25th position, Lucas Ponce with 11 goals. No top scorer in our squad. Ross Bloxham was injured for ages. No one on the assists as well, but Wilk leading the way for clean sheets. Now that does surprise me. Joining us next season is of course the Geordies straight back up. I'm surprised they got relegated, and Everton getting promoted again. Watford, Swansea, Cardiff and Reading all battle it off in the playoffs as going down. MK Dons, Charlton and Peterborough. Stats wise, no one really standing out. I mean, of course we didn't have many goal scorers. Brahim did okay. Lucas Ponce and Bloxham when he was back. I already know my player of the season. How he has improved from last is phenomenal. It's got to be Maximilian Wilk. He has been... I don't even know the words. You can tell because he was shocking last season and he's come so good this season, getting the most clean sheets and keeping us in games. If you think we're done after the roundup, I'm going to tell you one thing. You are mistaken. As next season we'll need reinforcements. And there is 2 players running out of contract. Right now they are again both 35 years old. But the Champions League is somewhere you need improvement. Zenta's been okay, but I'd like Lisandro Martinez, not as a centre-back, but as a left back. He's left-footed, of course. He's still got the pace. The age doesn't even matter right here because his stats are still the same. He's not losing pace because he's moving into the twilight years. He's still as quick as he is at Man United, I'm guessing. I haven't seen much of United this season. I do want to get Lisandro through the door. Maybe got people thinking he's finished being at Almeria at 35, but I want him at the Mighty Mariners. We're going to offer him a hefty wage increase, and he joins for it. Lisandro Martinez is playing Champions League football again. What a signing that is for Town. It's just one of hopefully two. Although we've got clean sheets, I feel like it is down to, of course, Wilk. So I want more defenders, and of course Nikola Milenkovic, a very good upcoming player in real life. It shows at Fiorentina. He wants a 3-year contract, so he might still be playing for quite a while. We're going to try and sign him up. We'll offer him a little bit more to try and get it over the line, as he does accept that as well, just like that. When people think the season's done, we signed 2 amazing players. Them 2 with Hanko will just make our team so much better. Ferrari at the back as well alongside. That's so quality. Our team should be winning everything as Sam Stein. Can we try and offer him another contract? We can. I'm going to start it at 33 now, and I'm going to end it at 90. What does he want? He wants 51 for a sporadic role. I'll accept that, you know. I will accept it, but I'm going to do something else. You might have seen it coming, but I'm going to accept it and then put him straight on the transfer list so we can get money for him. Just saves him going out on a free. As look at Alvarez. He's impressed a lot out on loan. Michael Owen the same. Aiden Scott, Lee Howells. Safe to say when we finish this career, which is a sad thing to think about, we will have a good academy left to the next manager. As I am going to, for the final season, buy another scout as well, just for the lols. We have the money, and I'm sure we'll have a lot of money to spend now at a Champions League club. As Milan approaching Sam Stein, and he's just signed a new contract, lads. Why is there approach being made on him again? Bologna. I don't get this. I cannot comprehend. As Alvarez did have the loan to buy. I guess he's going. That is a steal. His rating for 1.9 million. I mean, they'll just take it. As he does go to Milan, Sam Stein. He just signed a contract. I don't get that. I don't get that. He just signed with us. A weird one. A very weird one, but we'll just keep on going. The players are out on break, of course, and we do get closer to the next season. A lot of players returning from their loan deals. As we finish it here, 4th in the Prem, 5th round of the FA Cup. We need to better that. Quarterfinals of the Carabao. But thank you guys for watching this episode. It's been a good one. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe with the notification bell as well. And I will see you all for the start of next season tomorrow. Take care of yourselves in a bit, and peace.